On behalf of the staff and the board, we want to welcome you. Thank you very much for coming out to this 5th annual Key Leaders Summit. We've got lots of things going on this morning. We're meeting to begin with here in your little sectors and your little groups, so you get a chance to meet some folks who are doing some of the kinds of things that you're doing. And then we're going to be doing a little bit of mixing up to give you a chance to meet some other folks as well. And so we've got lots of things going on. We're going to be busy, but we'll be finished by noon. So this is Christy Trione, and Christy is on staff for the Community Network, and she's going to be facilitating today. So, Christy.
Thanks, Steve. So welcome everybody. And there was an initiative that was passed by the people of the state to reduce that violence, and the legislature at that time put in place some new laws that set up these networks across the state. And what they did was give us the power here locally to come together as we are here today. One of the ground rules that we have for the Key Leaders Summit is that there's no blame and no shame, because we're all in this community soup together, and we are all responsible, and yet no one of us, not one organization, not one person, not one institution, can be responsible alone. So it's going to take leaders going out on those limbs and the rest of us leaders helping support those people that are going out there on those limbs.
Enforcing rules and setting boundaries, contacting school officials when necessary, volunteering in schools, communicating with the media to get the word out.
Very difficult budget situations in schools. There was siding parks that essentially provides them offers kind of first access to school district facilities to run their youth programs.
Suicide prevention programs, and just the opportunity to bring those folks in and work with students directly.
Last year we had a community service roundtable to try to bring all the community service providers together with our school board chair, and actually that's where I met a number of you.
The other trick I learned from ultimately my wife, with the Chamber of Commerce background, is relationship building.
A lot of things from like the bigger issues of like, in the Healthy Youth Forum that we did, or Riverview has random acts of kindness, working with the health classes to spread different words, work with younger students for drug and alcohol prevention. So there's a lot of those bigger things that you can get involved in, like working with PD and the drug and alcohol counselors. But then I think too, individually students kind of take that leadership role and lead by example and kind of spread that kind of, good behavior, health and well-being to all their friends, and kind of like your natural helpers, which the program from outside has, and
Rock Running Club, the healthcare, business volunteers with Kids Project, the Key Club at Outside High School, supporting Encompass, sponsoring youth sports. There's an interesting project of helping raise funds for homeless kids, helping the PTAs build and improve playgrounds, sponsoring the Junior State Patrol, supporting programs for parent education. But there's also a couple other interesting ones here. Flu shot clinics, providing the quiet flu shots since last year, but also helping to reduce the access to alcohol purchases by minors by,
Overall state activities, we've been quite committed over the last few years to make sure that every kid in the state has health care. And as Glenn and I were both talking, the state makes progress, and a year comes along, and we fall back a step or two, and we make progress, we fall back. So it's kind of fits and starts, but we have made a commitment that every kid in the state will have health care. And reform, education reform has been a huge topic the last few years.
My goals and combined with the tribe, there's each year $100,000 will be going to the community center to help needy families in the valley, not just Snoqualmie, but the entire valley, upper and lower. Those who want to be members and or come forward at the YMCA.
Families and youth. Just to hit on that one in particular that I'm involved with, which is wrap around. What we do is we work with families in probably the most needy in terms of mental health and drug dependency in our area.
our mission statement is to empower
always find something if we put our minds to it that we have in common, so we have something to start a discussion about.
Great, and we're all here today
For the same
for a
reason.
passion about health in our community, and so that's what we're going to launch into, a concern that you have for kids growing up in our community as they make their health and behavior choices. And once you've nailed that, imagine that 5 years have gone by and that problem has been solved. So you've got a problem, and now you're looking back 5 years from now, and your eyes have gotten worse. And you're looking back. But you've got great vision. And so how did that problem get solved?
Looking at our programs and services and strategies and asking the question, why are we reactive? When we know better and we have things that actually work in our community, why can't we be proactive? And why can't we come together and plan?
We're still doing things in isolation that other people aren't aware of in our community. Certain types of programs, certain types of...
The headline in the Star and the Record 5 years from now reads, key leaders come together to raise the next set of key leaders.
What can we do here? And what can we do now? And one of the ideas that we started to form here is have a community youth organization, a nonprofit organization that is run actually by the kids, the at-risk kids as well as the advanced places.
That 5 years from now there's going to be one site online where kids can click on, and it will identify all the activities that are available in the valley going on at that time for kids to participate in, and also jobs that are available for kids in the valley.
Time spent individually mentoring a child is important.
Peer pressure in that it's cool to make healthy choices as opposed to cool to make unhealthy choices.
Households, environmental sustainability. If the kids are out smoking pot and get arrested, do the parents hold them accountable for it, or do they do everything they can to get them off? And when they get them off, what does the child learn from that? Issues as far as positive influences with the kids, same type of thing. If parents, the teachers, and the communities aren't holding everybody accountable for what they're doing, for their actions, we're going to pay for it, and we are paying for it down the road. So
Our community came together to hold each other accountable and to hold our kids accountable with options for how they can be positive contributors to the community.
for all actions across the board, everything from the financial to how they act in school to how they respect other people in the community.
Having the kids come